What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another game analysis video. In this game, my team Hartford Athletic are taking on Sacramento Republic FC. Very big game because Sacramento, I think, is top of the table of the Western Conference, so it's going to be a tough game for us. I am number 16, Matt Sheldon. I am playing right wing back, so this formation is kind of right, but the players are kind of mixed up. But I'm playing right wing back for this game. Here's Sacramento's lineup right here. I think their formation's even wrong here. I'm pretty sure they come out in a 3-5-2. Or something along those lines, but I'm very confident they were basically 5 in the back or 3 in the back with wing backs, however you want to call it. So anyway, without further ado, here's the start of the game. Here's kickoff. We're going to start with the ball. We are the green and blue team, and Sacramento's in white. Here is our first couple touches of the game, just playing it back to our right center back who tries to feed it forward into our striker, loose ball, and then now the ball is going to bounce towards me. Now my first thought is, can I head this to Kyle Edwards or Barrera? But I don't think that I could get enough power on this header. So my next thought is, okay, with a guy coming at me, I need to kind of pop this ball up with my chest into this space right here. So I do exactly that, start to bring the ball down, start to get a guy from my back and in front. And then here, I'm just going to bring my foot up and try to pop it now into Kyle Edwards in the air, and it works out. Here's a good job to head that down into Barrera, and we almost escaped from that pressure there. Now goal kick, I'm kind of between two minds here, whether to head this forward or try to chest this and keep this. I try to chest this and play into Barrera, but it's just not the right decision. I pop the ball up and it's easy second ball for Sacramento to win, but then the ball bounces right back to me. And then here, having some pressure coming from this side from two angles, it's too tight to play into JP, so I'm just going to take my touch and play it back into my center back, who does a good job to play into the center mid. It's a tough ball for me, bouncing in the air, but he handles it well, and then we're able to escape that pressure. Now, on the flip side now, ball coming into their left back, I want to apply a lot of pressure because it's bouncing at his feet now. He's going backwards. I don't want to make this easy for them to escape. It's a great job from Tristan to follow that, and now we have possession of the ball here. As I receive the ball, immediately I'm noticing this guy's starting to step towards me with Barrera in a good pocket of space. So I'm going to play into his feet and continue my run down the field. Then when JP comes my way, I'm going to pop into this pocket of space to make myself available to receive that ball to my feet. A little bit of a deflection still comes down to me. We still get off that 1-2, and it's a great play. Goes into Elvis on the wing, who tries to cross the ball in on the ground and just can't find one of us in the box. But that's a really good play, well-worked play on the ground there. Barrera now receiving it. As soon as he receives it, you can see him kind of tightly marked here. So I just start sprinting down the line, because I know Barrera has really good distribution. He has exactly that, plays it down the line. I can face up this defender now, do a little step over with the right foot, bring the ball back to my left foot, and then Barrera's following that in here. He wants it more to his feet, but I kind of read the signals playing him into the space, so I played at the top of the 18, that corner of the 18-yard box. It's a good run, but it's well-tracked and well-defended from Sacramento, and they win possession of that. But he wants it to feet there. I got to play his feet right back to him. Now, next play, ball's going to come into my guy, Cicerone. He's just going to try to take me down the line, drive inside, and then here, I don't know what the cameraman's doing, but here, I'm just making it difficult. I just don't want Cicerone to be able to have a free pass here, so I'm just kind of bumping him, getting tight on him, and it works out. Antoine's able to jump that, get that ball, and he drives for it. It's a great run from Antoine. Cave Rod opens up, plays it into my feet. I have a little bit of time, take the touch backwards, which I think I can open up a little bit more, but Tristan's in a really good pocket of space calling for the ball, so I'm going to play right into him and allow him to turn out the opposite side there. It's a good checking run from Tristan. Now, cross deep from Sacramento. Here, I'm just kind of in a position where I can see that cross coming, and I can also, out of my peripheral, see my man to the right of myself. And it's going to bounce right to me. I'm in a really good position, and then I'm just trying to sweep the ball with my right foot out for a throw-in. I don't get the best contact on it, and it doesn't really even go out of bounds immediately, but following that up, goes out for a corner kick. Now, ideally, I'd get my foot a little bit more around it and out for a throw-in, but I think that's, it's okay for that situation. Long ball from Connor McGlynn, plays it right into me. My guy's pretty tight to me, and I'm seeing a lot of space down this line with Elvis running in the box just, from that run. So I'm going to try to pop that ball like with my chest down the line. It's well defended, and I'm trying to aim right here for like the corner of the 6 on the ground, play that ball hard into Elvis, and have him just attack it. It's well defended. I get bumped, and it's not the best service, but I think the idea is right. I could have kept on dribbling, but I think with Elvis running the box, I think that's a good decision. And then here, just a loose man, Cicerone at the top of the box, He's a quality striker. If he gets a little bit of time like that, he's going to put it away, and he does exactly that. Just slots into that far post, going against the momentum of the goalkeeper as he's coming across. It's tough to save that. So Sacramento goes up 1-0 at the start, and I honestly thought that we kind of had a little bit of momentum, and I kind of thought that kind of killed our momentum and kind of came out of nowhere, but that's the game. Now Elvis is coming back with the ball. I just always want to be in a pocket of space where I can be an outlet for my teammates. That's one of my pet peeves, is when players kind of hide. So I'm always trying to get into a place where there's a passing lane for me. Now looking forward, you can see a sea of white players, and it's just not the right time to go forward there. It's going to play it back into Elvis, and we can switch the ball over to the opposite side and hopefully find a better way to attack here. Cave plays me into my feet. Again, you see their wingback is just flying towards me and cutting off that line. I still think I have a little bit more time where I can face up a little bit more. I try to cut inside and drive inside. I'm on the wrong page with Elvis there. I played a little bit behind him. But I think that move where I need to take that touch inside and drive inside is the right decision there. And then here in the 21st minute, we get a penalty call. This is a fantastic ball from Danny Barrera to set it up. And even before that, from Niall to find that pocket of space, it's a very good play. It's a great ball in. Elvis does a good run off the shoulder of his defender and then draws the foul for a penalty. So that's fantastic. And the penalty, Kyle Edwards takes the penalty and finishes it to the left side of that goal. So we equalized there. And I think, again, like I thought that we still had the momentum. We were attacking well. We had good possession of the ball. And it's a good response, I think, from us. Now here's kickoff for Sacramento. They're going to just keep possession of the ball, play it over to their right side of the field, and keep the ball that way. And long range shot deflected out to me, just coming in, trying to win that, popping that ball forward to the field. Good touch from Elvis, just escapes him a little bit, but that's a good play. We end up gaining possession of the ball from that. Receiving the ball now, a little bit of pressure coming in from the wing as usual down the line. I don't think it's on in the center of the field here, so I'm just going to play it back, and we'll keep the ball, swing it around, and try to find a little better opportunity to attack here. Same picture again. As Cave opens up and faces forward, I'm going to drop down so I can receive that ball from Cave and turn and then face forward. And again, looking forward, it's pretty well marked. You have a guy right on Kyle, you have a guy right on JP. There's nothing that's screaming attack on this side. So again, we'll keep the possession of the ball, swing it over to the opposite side, and try to find a pocket of space to attack now. And then here, as I'm looking at this play, I start to see this overlapping runner going around, down the line here. So I just get ready to jump on that, try to defend that as well as possible. And I think it'll get a little bit of deflection here. And then the referee calls a penalty here for Sacramento. And you'll see in the replay, I mean, obviously I'm biased being a player for Hartford Athletic, but I think this is a very ridiculous penalty call. And I think that it's smart I think that's Jack Gurr who gets the call. He sells it well, but it's just frustrating, especially right before the half. It's deflating to get that and now be down a goal going into the half when, I don't think it was a penalty. Ball comes out to me, facing up the defender, taking my touch inside. Now this is frustrating because I think, I can face up a little bit more. I keep on taking my touches backwards here, and I close down my space. I'm trying to find JP, but since I go backwards and drive into the defender, I'm closing my own space here, and my only option then is to play backwards. Now still, it's a good play. Good 1-2. I receive the ball again. I try to do a little fake drive down the line. It's well defended, and then I foul Sacramento. So I'm frustrated with that play because I think if I would have faced up earlier, been a little bit more patient, that passing lane would have opened up for me, and we could have played here. And now here I'm just covering as that ball is getting crossed in. I'm just covering into the space in case exactly this happens. The ball bounces right to this back corner, and then this is something that you just have to be very careful about. I'm going to head this back to my goalkeeper, Richard Sanchez, and you just got to be careful. And I really try to head this away from the goal, not back into the goal, so something bad can happen. The worst case that could happen there is it goes out for a corner kick. And it works out well there, but you just have to be very sure of yourself when you're doing that. And then a little 50-50 challenge here, sliding twice, keeping possession of the ball. Just a good effort play there, I think, to maintain possession here. And then that's the first half. So, it's a tough first half. Obviously the team's very frustrated with that penalty call. I think we're playing okay. I think offensively, again, we could create a little bit more. But again, I mean, we scored. We have a goal. But Sacramento is like I said, they're one of the top teams of the Western Conference, and they're a tough opponent. And as you can see from the stats, I mean, we're creating still. We have 6 shots, 4 shots on target, majority of the possession. We're playing well against a very, very good Sacramento Republic. It's just that, you know, they put 2 goals away versus our 1, obviously. But I think even feeling how it felt on the field, I think the stats were pretty accurate with how it felt. I thought we were playing really, really well, which is just frustrating given the score line and how this game ends up as well. Anyway, here is the start of the second half. Sacramento Republic now starting with the kick, starting with the ball. They just played over to that right side and keep some possession back here. Here is my first touch in the game. A long ball from their right center back all the way out to my side. I'm tucking here. My critique of myself is I pinch in too far. I'm afraid of having that same shot that they scored on us in the first half. I tuck in too far here. It's too easy of a passing angle out to my man. And then when I slide to close it down, I do a good job closing it down. But if he would have put that on target and it would go under my leg there, I think it would have been a goal. So I got lucky. And I think that was in the back of my head, like, don't pinch in too far here. I was putting pressure on the ball, jumping out, trying to block that passing lane for in case he wants to pass it down the line, and then just continuing to mark him as he cuts inside. Now here is the build up to their third goal, just kind of jumping out here on their left wing back. And as this guy drives down, we kind of find ourselves, me and JP find ourselves in a 3v2 situation. And I think just to be safe, I should just keep on backing up. But it's hard to defend against a 3v2, and it's good play. They break us down, cross to the back post, and then we get unlucky. I don't want to take anything away from Jack Gurr, who scores the goal, and the build-up play from Sacramento. I think it's a good play, but still, I think defensively we're in a good situation. We have players where they need to be. It's hit into the ground, and then it's just deflected off of. I think it goes off of Now Logue, our center back, and it's just deflects off him. Goalkeepers could have probably saved that pretty easily if there was no deflection, but then with the deflection at the last moment, it becomes an impossible save. So it's frustrating. Here's my next touch of the second half. Ball's headed down into me from Kyle Edwards. As I'm chesting this down, I just see Danny in this big pocket of space, almost out of the peripherals of my eyes. So I'm just going to, as soon as that ball pops down, off the half volley, played into Danny, and he tries to play it over that left side of the field. Now, again, next play, long ball from the opposite side of the field, just getting up to win that header or to challenge for that header. Ball bounces right down to my foot, playing back into Cave, and Cave does a great through ball to break that line into our center mid, Tristan Hodge. And again, making that run down the line, great ball from Danny Barrera, receiving that ball, kind of coming into the corner flag, and then just holding onto that ball, trying to keep possession of that ball and keep some possession for us in this half. Now, I'm looking forward to Elvis or in the box. I think it's well marked. I don't think there's anything looking forward there. So I'm just going to play that ball back into Danny and then get into the center of the field. And now we can build an attack with numbers forward now. Receiving that ball once again, facing forward. It's a great run from JP. If I was cheeky, maybe I'd go for a Meg pass here into JP. I think that's a little risky though. And then just playing back. And now let's establish some passes, establish some possession there at their half of the field. Great ball from JP. I'm making that run in behind my wing back. It's well marked. He does a good job to slide and receive that ball, intercept that pass. But if he didn't, I felt like I was through. And I think that's a good idea from JP. I think that's a good run from me. Just unfortunate it didn't work out. Now, 1v1, facing up the defender, do a step over down the line and cut inside, and then with the left foot, just clip it to the back post, because I know I have Kyle Edwards and Elvis in there, 2 big guys, over 6 feet guys who can both jump up, and it's unfortunate. This should have been a goal. It's a great header from Elvis. I think it's a good ball in from me with the left foot and just off the post and just doesn't go in. They just need to catch that break, but it's a great header. Just slightly, an inch more, a couple inches more, it would have been a goal. Ball in from Cave again, going 1v1. This time I do a step over, fake inside, and go down the line. I think it's well defended here. I think if I were to try to cross it, we'd have blocked it. So I'm just going to chop that ball back with a Cruyff turn here, pop the ball onto my left foot, and try to hit that ball into a dangerous area. And the keeper comes out, Vitiello, and does a good job to collect that. Now here, this is like the opposite situation where I said I was too pinched in. I think this is a good area. I think I'm in a good spot where I can go out wide if that ball goes out. Yeah, I'm also inside in case they do try to cut inside where I can provide some cover defense. And again, well defended. I think this is just a good sequence here. Just kind of want to show you how that early mistake in the first half kind of led to me getting better position now. Receiving the ball, just playing simple, playing it back, doing some third man runs here into the box. Danny keeps the possession of the ball, plays back into to Kave here. Now, good ball into Kyle. As soon as Kyle gets it and he faces forward, and I see this defender kind of ball watching a little bit, I'm making a run behind, down the line. He does a good job to cover in, tuck in. It's a good ball from Kyle. Just try to get there before it goes out of bounds. And then Elvis comes in and fouls the goalkeeper. But putting the ball in a dangerous box, you never know what's going to happen. But I think Elvis gets a yellow card for this. You can see his hand here holds onto the keeper's hand. But it's a good sequence. I think it's a good sequence for me. Kyle, Danny, all over on this right side of the field. Just the cross needs to come a little bit further away from the keeper so he can't come out and collect that. Now, shortly after that play, I think in like the 78th minute or so, I'm not sure, but I got subbed out right after that. Here's the 85th minute now. A little counterattack from Sacramento. A great touch around our defenders, and then a good finish. And it's frustrating because it's like, I mean, as you saw from the stats at halftime, and as you will see from the stats after this game, but and also if you just watch the full game, like, I don't want to be the guy who's just super biased and saying, oh yeah, we played really well, we don't deserve the loss, but I really do feel like we play well and we control a lot of the game, and we're creating chances and we're defending well. It's just mistakes that lead to, obviously it's mistakes that lead to goals, but it's just frustrating. I mean, obviously I'm very biased, and obviously I'm just seeing it from my point of view, but it has been frustrating in that sense, because I do think tactically we do very well, and I think that we play in spurts very, very well. It's just one or two things here and there. And I know it's crazy after we get scored, 4 goals on us for me to be saying that we played well, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's tough. But credit to Sacramento. I mean, like I said, they're top of the table in the Western Conference. They're a very good team. I don't want to take anything away from them. They deserve that win, I felt like, tonight, even though I did think it was a little bit more even than the scoreline suggests. But they deserve the win, for sure. Now I'll bring up the stats. Let's see. Here's the stats from the game. We have 11 shots to their 7, 3 shots on target to their 5. So they are a little bit more clinical in the final third. Possession-wise, we outpossessed them. But stats only tell a small part of the game. So anyway, this was the game analysis for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys. Peace.